Assalamu alaikum, welcome to Perfect Ideas. It has been a long time. How are you doing? Well, I'm doing fine. Today we look at survey NEP counties with the highest, job exchange for sex. And we say the prostitution is an illicit activities, and it is driven by market forces, of course, just like any other, goods and services. So illicit market for prostitution are driven by demand for livelihood. There's also lifestyle change. So whenever demands occurs, definitely there's a feedback between, feedback mechanisms, and there are three factors which are involved. So these three factors, they interact. The demand, there must be a demand, there must be supply, and also distributions. So in distribution, for example, in the case of pimps, you see, they supply and they distribute. So those three factors have an interactions at one point. So we look at the stakeholders that are involved in the distribution of prostitution. We have youths, the job seekers, women who are job seekers. We have elders who are seeking jobs for their daughters and sons. We have women seeking powers, the rise in ranks, seeking powers, especially in ranking when you want to become a CEO, for example. You see, we have politicians, especially male politicians, enhance prostitution by, for example, during election, through nomination. It's a kind of favors, and through nomination, through giving upper hand to a certain candidate, something like that. Local administrators also are among the stakeholders. They also seek favors, or they act as distributors at one point. Middlemen, the link between those in power and the local people. You see, for example, if a youth, male or female, want to seek employment somewhere, so we have these middlemen who at one point they either seek bribes or they seek sexual favors for you to be able to access those in powers or get jobs. You see, sad. So let's look at the sectors that have spread distribution of prostitution by sectors. Generally, there is a wide spread of prostitution under Jubilee government because of this concept of winner takes all. So when the Jubilee government from 2013 to 20 up to now, how did they enhance corruption? When they came to power, all those who don't belong to their political parties, or they perceived not to have voted for them, have been locked out. So how did these people now seek their livelihood? Is true for women, both at the county and the national post. For those who are seeking appointment, you either bribery comes. If there's no bribery and godfather, the second thing is prostitutions, and this prostitution is as enhanced among both genders. Not only, when you mention prostitution, it's more, people think it's only restricted to women. No, even men. So men enhance, and also they're involved, you see. So that is how the sectors, Jubilee, have the highest rate and spread of prostitution is rife under the Jubilee government. So we look at the NEP counties. And we have Garissa, Mandera, and Wajir. Those are the three main NEP counties. All have something in common. There is exchange of jobs with sex. There is more of, social. It's a kind of social exploitations. So Garissa have the highest exchange of sex for jobs, followed by Wajir and Mandera respectively. But when you look at the specific, in terms of besides the job, we look at the public prostitution. Wajir County have the highest rate of public prostitution, especially by men, than Garissa and Mandera. So public prostitution is more hidden in Garissa and Mandera, unlike Wajir. What do I mean by public prostitution? For example, prostitution resulting from rape, prostitution and through public interaction, like access to streets, public places, and hotels, lodges. It's widely spread in Wajir, followed by Garissa and Mandera. You see. So, do you have any solutions? I may suggest some, but the public also needs to, it must be a collaborative, a collusive kind of effort be made. So our first solution should come from the religious and NGOs to take up their role of counseling and providing social and support. So NGOs and religious organizations, they have a responsibility by one, and how to uproot these people from this kind of mess. They can also and advise the government that encourage this kind of mess, you see, because generally we say this income inequality. So if there is nothing, you have nothing at the hand, they look upon their politicians and also the government. So if the governments are the main cause of or enhancing prostitution in various sectors, in the employment sector, and anything that brings a relationship between, links the people to the government. So it's the role of the religious body to intervene. You see. So also the other groups we are looking at is the public should elect right leaders that can fight such vices and increase social protection. So social protection in terms of if there's no jobs, there's what we call cash transfers. They can create, cash transfers that can help these people to transit to their normal life. So we should also have empowerment of youth and women through employment, and also seed business. Seed business are those, what is it that these people can do? If a girl can sew machine, buy for them. If a boy can farm or chicken rearing, those small business that enhance subsistence at homes. So, and also lowering of general basic commodities. It should be affordable to all the people. So even the poor, we must bridge the gap of poverty. Like if I give an example, in Japan, and all citizens can afford daily meals. That's what it means. So you need to, basic commodities should be affordable to all. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to this channel for more truth and relevance of information, and you also need to share with your authorities. They should now start acting. Okay, enjoy your day. Bye.